Facebook friends. This is Jen coming from my kitten room. I am a kitten foster with Houston Pets Alive. I have been fostering for them probably for about 4 or 5 years. And through the years, I have expanded my fostering abilities and I have converted my guest room in my house to a full-size fun playroom for kittens. So I was approached and asked to share it. I share a lot on the Kitten Foster page, and so they asked me to share the fun with everybody. So here we are, and I just wanted to introduce myself. I will try to answer any questions y'all may have about the kittens or about fostering with Houston Pets Alive, and here we go. So here they are. Currently, I am fostering. There are 7 kittens in this room, and there is a mama cat. Her name is Bree. And her kittens, there's actually 5 of them, and then we have 3 guests that we've added to the litter. So the original ones, they are about 8 weeks old. Those are the main group right there. And then we had 3 new guests that were added in probably about a week ago that are about a week and a half behind in age, but fit in very nicely. Bree was, as you can imagine, not overly thrilled about getting more kittens, but she adjusted in about 24 hours, and now she nurses them, she takes care of them, she cleans them, so she gets along fine, and they have blended in well with the rest of the crew. So as they kind of pop in the screen, I'll try to let you know who's who. So the ones that are playing in front of us right now, that is Hopper to the left, and let's see if I can see her face. That is Opal right there playing. And so as the other ones pop in and out, I'll see if we can get some of the other ones to go play. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to comment below and I will try to answer them as best as I can. As always, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to Houston Pets Alive. You can just Google their website, but it's houstonpetsalive.org, and they will be able to answer any questions. But we got a few of them right there. So the big fluffy gray one that just entered in, that is Sterling. And there's Hazel, the little tortie that's coming into view now. And Iris is down here at the bottom. She's kind of poking in. The one in the back by the cat wheel is Chloe. She's one of the new kittens to the crew, so she's learning how everything works. Hopper, that's under the cat scratcher, he's also one of the new ones. But again, if y'all have any questions, feel free to comment below and I'll try to answer them. If not, I'm just gonna let y'all watch and enjoy the fun. So April asked a question. It said, do you personally foster kittens or mamas with kittens, and how long do you foster them typically? So I do a little bit of both. I do moms with newborn kittens. I've done bottle babies, moms, that just have one, and then we introduce some more kittens. We actually just did a transport where I had a mama cat and 4 kittens, and they transported them down to APA, one of our partners in Austin, and they were able to introduce some orphan kittens to that mama cat. So instead of having 4 kittens, she ended up having 6 kittens. So typically fostering kittens, depending on the age that you get them, it could be anywhere from 4 weeks to 8 weeks. If you get them, the younger they are, the longer that you'll have them. So typically the way that it works is that we wait until they're about 1.5 pounds. And so that's usually about 6 to 8 weeks. And that's when we can start vaccinating them. So they will get their first vaccination, and then 2 weeks later, they'll get another vaccination. They'll get dewormed, they'll get checked out. And then once they hit 2 pounds, that's when our veterinary staff can spay and neuter them. And then they'll need a couple of days to heal from that. And then they are ready to go to the adoption store. So if they follow the textbook, they could go to the pet store at about 10 to 12 weeks. So depending on what time frame I get them at, it could be as little as 4 weeks, it could be as much as 10 weeks. I've had some where I just keep them 2 weeks, and that's about it because I got them as they were a little bit older. So these guys I've had for about a month because I got them a little bit younger, so we have to wait until they get a certain size and make sure they're healthy, and they help socialize them and go from there. I love that, Brittany. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Yeah, that sucked about 8 hours of my life. So that was a fun one. Yeah, so April did mention, April is one of our fabulous fosters, and she's also done some transports for Houston Pets Alive and for Best Friends. But it is kitten season here in Houston, and so we'll start seeing more mama cats and kittens or orphan kittens pop up in the shelters, and that's really when we need a lot of fosters for bottle babies, for housing mama cats with kittens, and so on. So this is kind of the start of our season. So be on the lookout for that if you are interested in that. And you do not have to have a big room like this. You can have a wire kennel to put a couple of kittens in, or a mama cat, and they can be very comfortable in that. You can use a spare bathroom, a guest bathroom. There's a lot of different ways that you can set this up. So it's very workable. HPA can help out sometimes with cages. They've helped out with food before, with litter, and so they're very helpful in this process and are very supportive of their fosters. And if you ever have any questions, there's a Facebook page for cat and kitten fosters and for dog and puppy fosters, and it's a very supportive community, and we really help each other out with things. So April wants a view of the room around. Okay, let me see if I can slide y'all around here. So it's just a normal size guest room. So over here, they have litter boxes back there in the corner. There's from my litter canisters. I actually built my do-it-yourself project of cat cubbies. Just a big 3-towered cat tree in the back, a little short one right here. This one, my cat wheel, I splurged this past Christmas and bought the kittens a cat wheel. So it's like a huge gerbil wheel, and they get on it and they run and they just have a crazy time. And then that is one of my storage cabinets, and then food. So they do free feed. I have dry food all the time. They get a wet food and dry food mash in the mornings and evenings. But again, you don't have to have this, you don't have to have a whole room set up for them. You can have just a large dog kennel, and you could house the kittens in there very easily. So it's very workable, and a lot of us have had different setups, so please reach out and ask us about those. I don't know if y'all saw Bree sitting right here. Let me see if I can angle toward her again. So there's Bree. That is Mama Cat sitting there. I wish I could get a video of her face. Her eyes are closed and she's probably just sitting there like, when are these kids gonna leave? But she's a really good mama. She took in those 3 new fosters, the orphan kittens like I was talking about earlier. She took them in and she allows them to nurse now. She bathes them. She takes care of them. She's a great mama cat. So she will also go into the adoption program. We'll get her spayed. She'll go into the adoption program as well. So I'm gonna stay on for maybe just another minute or so. If y'all have any questions, or if you catch this on the repeat and have some questions, feel free to post them down there, and myself, or I'm sure one of the APA staff members, will get back to you and try to answer those questions. See, Bree needs a little social distancing. Amanda, that is a wheel in the back. I got it from, not endorsing them or anything, but I got it, purchased it from One Fast Cat, I believe is the company. But I'm sure you could Google them and find it, but it's like a huge hamster wheel, and they get on it and they just run and have fun. Some of the litters that I've had just get on it and figure it out and know what to do. Other litters, I have to kind of train them of how to use it. And I'll get on there with a little wand and kind of entice them to run on it, and they get the feel of it. So these guys haven't really been too terribly crazy about it, but that may or may not change. But it was definitely a splurge that I bought for the kitten room this Christmas. I've been keeping my eye on it for a little while, so I saved up my pennies for it. So I'm gonna stay on about 1 more minute. My goal was to do 15 minutes, and we're just gonna kind of see how this goes. This is our first time doing it on the main Houston Pets Alive page, and so if this is a hit and a success and everyone loves it and enjoys it, we'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And we figured with all the craziness that everyone's experiencing with the stay-at-home orders and trying to get away from the news and all the virus craziness that's going out in the world, we figured this would bring a little entertainment and relief for people to watch and just kind of relax and have some kitten fun. So I think we're gonna wrap it up for tonight, but if you have questions, feel free to ask them in the comments and we'll try to get back to them. If you are interested in fostering right now, you can visit HPA on their website, which is www.houstonpetsalive.org. And there's a button there that would give you information about how to adopt, how to foster, how to volunteer in other ways. They're always looking for other ways that everybody can help out. Everybody has their part in helping with our kind of over pet population here in Houston. So this is my part, and I'm glad I was able to share it with y'all, and hopefully we will see y'all back tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. See y'all then.